Hello everyone, I am Professor Mangesh Joshi. Today we will be dealing with another topic, that is sampling distribution. So we will cover what is sampling distribution of the sample mean, and sampling distribution of the proportions. Now let us understand the concept behind sampling distribution. Now let's suppose you are having a population of say 10,000. So your population size is, let us say, 10,000, and you are measuring, let us say, suppose, height of the population, right? So it is not feasible to measure the height of population of 10,000 people. So you collect a sample of say 300 people, and you measure the height of this 300 people. So you will get some value of x1 bar. Similarly, so suppose the unknown population mean is, let us say, mu is equals to 5.5 feet. So in the first sample of 300 people, you may get this value of x1 bar, let us say 5.6. Similarly, you draw the another sample of 300 people, that is x2 bar, and you may get this x2 bar as say 5.57. Similarly, you have drawn the third sample having the population sample size as again 300, and you get suppose 5.7 in this try. And similarly, you have carried out this procedure for say more than 30 times. So you will get some different values of the sample mean. So if we plot this experiment, so this will be a population distribution, right? So if you measure the height of population and you draw the histogram of this, so you will get the distribution of the population, which is indicated by the mu. The mean is indicated by the mu. And suppose you plot all the values of x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar, x4 bar up to this xn bar. So you will get something like this distribution. So this distribution is called as samples mean distribution. The average value of mean is termed as, let us say, mu x bar. So as per the concept of sampling distribution, this mu value must match with the mu x bar, that is the average value of all the sample means. So as per the concept, this mu must equal to mu of x bar. So the distribution of the sample mean is centered towards the mean. So the central limit theorem. So the central limit theorem states that if you have a population with mean mu and a standard deviation sigma, and take sufficiently large random samples from the population with replacement, then the distribution of the sample means will be approximately normally distributed with mu x bar equals to mu and sigma x bar equals to sigma. So just to showcase this example, so I have taken one example in which I have created a population of 10,000 randomly. Then I have taken 30 samples. So sample 1 equals np.random.choice population comma 300. So it will draw 300 samples from the population of 10,000. So similarly, it is with replacement. So similarly, we have taken sample 1 to sample 30. In the next stage, we have identified the mean of all those 30 samples with np.mean of sample 1 up to sample 30. So now we have got the total 30 means of 30 number of samples. In the 30 samples, you have taken 300 as a sample size. And the next, I have printed the value of population mean, which is 0.49857. And then I have printed the value of, let us say this is nothing but x1 bar. The second value represent x2 bar. The third value represent x3 bar. And similarly, we have got x30 bar, right? So now just to show the distribution of sample means, I have plotted the histogram. So you can see that it is approximately normally distributed. If you join with this is a curve, you will get approximately a normal distribution curve. So we have to check whether this mu x bar equals mu or not. So for that, we have taken mean of sample mean is equals to np dot mean of data. So what is data in this case? It is nothing but this. So your data represents the mean of all 30 samples. So the value of mean of sample mean is equals to 0.495, and you have already calculated the value of population mean, which is 0.498. So you can see that your value of mu x bar equals to mu as per the central limit theorem. Similarly, if you conduct or if you calculate the value of standard deviation, you will also get this equal. Let us see the practice problem. The population of salary offered during campus placement at a college has a mean of 2.6761 lakh and standard deviation of 0.5. If a random sample of size 100 is taken from the population, what is the probability that the sample mean salary will be between 2.51 lakh and 2.71 lakh? So let us assume the sample mean x bar has mu of x bar equals to mu of 2.61 and standard deviation that sigma x bar equal to sigma by root n, that is 0.5 divided by 10, that is under root of 100, right? That is 0.05. So now if you transform this into z distribution, you can say that you have to calculate the probability of x being between 2.51 and 2.71 lakh. So for that, using z transform, you can transform the value of 2.51 like this. So 2.51 minus mu x bar divided by sigma x bar. So that is nothing but 2.51 minus 2.61 divided by 0.05, and on the right hand side 2.71 minus 2.61 divided by 0.05. So that comes out to be, you have to find out the probability of or area under the curve from minus 2, z equals to minus 2 and up to z equal to 2. So that is nothing but probability of z less than 2 minus probability of z minus 2. So ultimately you got minus 9544. So the probability that sample mean salary will be between 2.51 and 2.71 is 0.9544. The second concept, that is sampling distribution of proportion. Now as the name indicates, it deals with the proportion. Let us assume you are having again 10,000 people. Some are male and some are female. Now let us assume that the number of males present in the population is 80%. So you draw the first sample of, say, again 300 people, and you measure the proportion of male present in this sample, and you are denoting that with P1. So your P1 is 81%. Okay, that is the proportion of male in your sample. Similarly, you have drawn the second sample of size 300, and you found that the percentage number of male in the sample is 80%. Similarly, you draw the third sample and you found that the percentage of male present in the sample is 79%. Similarly, you have taken out n number of samples and you have measured the percentage of male in each sample. So the sampling distribution of P, that is proportion, is special case of sampling distribution of the mean. In this case, we expect that the mean of all proportions in all sample is equal to population proportion. What is the meaning? That is, if you take all these proportions, that is 81 plus 80 plus 79 plus dash dash dash, and suppose and you have to take, and that is to be divided by number of samples. That is, in this case, if you consider only these 3 samples, then it will be divided by 3. So the value of that is the average value of proportion, that should be equal to the population proportion, right? So this value must be around 80%, right? Mean of population proportion. So that value should be around 80%, which is representing population proportion. So just to demonstrate this, I have taken one example. So I have generated 10,000 numbers of values 0 and 1. So 0 represents the male population and 1 represents the female population. So I have counted the proportion of male in the population. So that comes around 49.62% are male population and 50.38% are female population. So this value is nothing but the value of P, capital P, the value of proportion in population. Now to generate random samples, I have taken again 30 samples, right? And the sample size in each sample is 300. And from that, I have calculated the proportion of male, right? So how many male are present in the first sample? That is nothing but the P1. Then how many men are present in the 300, in the second sample of 300? So that is represented by P2. And similarly, how many male are present in the 30th sample of 300 size? That is nothing but the value of P3, P30. So in this way, we have calculated all the proportions. Now, the next step is to find out the mean of the proportion, that is the mean value of proportion. So for that, I have created proportion values of sample. These are all proportion values of sample. I have created a list. Then to find out proportion mean of sample is equals to np dot mean. So these values are entered over here. So I have printed the sample proportion mean of male is equals to, I have printed this value, and population proportion of male, we have already calculated that is 49.42. So you can see that it is approximately near, which proves the value of mu p is equals to p. I hope you have understood this part. Thank you for watching. And if you have any queries, you can comment below and send your request to untwistedlearning@gmail.com. Have a good day and happy learning.